Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing my everyday carry for October 2019. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we're going to be discussing my everyday carry for October 2019. Now, before we get started and we dive into this, there is a ton of new items that I want to go over and some really cool stuff off to the side, off camera. But if you want to see what we do when we go out into the woods with my everyday carry survival kit, make sure this episode gets at least 3,000 likes, and that's going to let us know that there's sincere interest for videos like this, and also for us to do some field testing and a review of our brand new EDC survival kit. So we have some new additions, and just because I feel naked without them, we've got my watch and my bracelet. This is the Woolly Mammoth by Outdoor Element. Reason I like this is, one, I've got a ton of jute cordage on me at all times, but it's got an insanely big ferro rod for it being a buckle ferro rod. It's got the scraper built into it. Oh, that's a lot better. And it's actually really, really comfortable. I thought jute was going to be kind of scratchy and weird, but this is my G-Shock Rangeman. This is one of my go-to watches, mostly because this has an altimeter, a barometer, a compass. Now this is a solar watch and it's atomic, but I do have a backup compass in case any functions ever fail, or let's say this watch breaks. It's a tough watch, but it's not impervious, so I do have a backup compass that I keep on me at all times. Now, as with most folks, we have cell phones. This is mine. This is the new iPhone 11 Pro Max with a new Survivor case. This one's rated for like 15-foot drops, so it's really, really tough. We've also got the screen protector on there. So I want to go ahead and apologize in advance. If you hear any snoring, that is my brand new 5-week-old puppy buddy. He has an upper respiratory infection, and he is currently on some medication. So if you hear him snoring in his kennel in the background, that's what's going on. So we're going to dive into my wallet. This is actually a carryover for my micro everyday carry. This is the Chum's wallet. This is one of my favorite wallets of all time because it's an $8 wallet, but it holds absolutely everything. And we do have some fun goodies inside. I do keep some survival tools, but I also have a little rinse set that I keep in here. When all that stuff's taken out, it gets really, really thin, but I can fit about $300 to $400 cash if it's in 20s. In this wallet for a slim minimalist EDC design. It's really, really nice. I've got my Rocket Pal bit driver set, and it basically gives me a wrench when I need it for a whole bunch of different types of bits, and usually in my cargo pocket. These are the bits that I commonly have to mess with day to day. There is a full bit set you can put in there. Your mileage would vary, obviously, but it's a way for me to keep some bits on me if I don't want to carry around a really big multi-tool. Now, this is one of my favorite multi-tools. This is the Gerber Center Drive. I just like that it has the pliers up front, the interchangeable blades, but it's very tool-centric because it comes with a full bit set in the sheath, and that's a big kind of a win for me in that category. And when I'm feeling a little bit smaller, I carry my Leatherman Squirt. This gives me some pliers, tools, knives, a whole bunch of little fun backup tools. I can just keep it on my keys and I'm good to go. But diving into here, we've got some fun little goodies deep inside. Right here, we've got the fishing tool from Grim Workshop. This is a prototype, so keep in mind, I don't know if this is released to the public yet, but basically you can time some braided fishing line to it, wrap it around it, same way there's fishing line for a handle. Right here for that knife, you can wrap that around and use this as a hand fishing line, plus it's got a ton of hooks. But then I wanted some extra tools. We have some stuff for broadheads. We've got a little knife and some more pocket tools, and then I've got some Spartan Fire tender strips in here in my wallet from Go Prepared Survival. You can find these on Amazon, but I like these because these are awesome. You can actually, this is enough strips right here to boil water with if I absolutely had to in an emergency. But yeah, it all fits inside. I usually just take the wrench, stick it in there, because the wallet really always comes with me every time I go out. So I just stick this stuff in that back part of the divider. I just keep my cards and my ID and everything in the front part. Shove it right there on the corner. Bam. Good to go. Next are my keys. This is my little gear tag for the gym. This is just a key to my electric scooter. It holds a lock to the electric scooter. Got, like I said, Leatherman Squirt. And then I've got my Olight flashlight. However, there's a new flashlight out there that I'm interested in bringing to the channel, and I want to know what you guys think about this flashlight. This is the X7S. This thing is a monster. So not only is it a flashlight, but it does a ton of stuff. This is like the Inspector Gadget. Check this out. So on this end, has an O-ring seal on it. Oh yeah, there's a lighter. Right there, bam. In this middle compartment, I can keep a piece of fire tinder. This is a fire plug from Pro Camp Tech. I cut it down just a little bit. It's still like 75% of one, still give you like 4 minutes of burn time. I was thinking about this because if I brought this, I could cancel out the flashlight, my spark wheel, and a lighter, and I'd have pretty much everything I need right in here. This is a titanium pin from Mech Army. This thing is a monster. What I like about it is it actually uses Fisher Space Pen refills on it, which is nice. It has tungsten carbide tip on that bad boy, so you can use it to break glass if you find yourself in an emergency for a vehicle. I like it a lot, and I have it because it can be an impact tool if I need it to be, but for just day-to-day use, it is a pen, and that's its primary function. If you want to go minimalist, ultra lightweight, smaller than that, I would suggest the Poke Pen. Poke Pen's pretty legit. Reason I like it is because it folds out and becomes a full-size pen, but it breaks down to something lightweight and smaller. Now for fire starting. Now I do have the fire steel here, and I've got a fire steel on my Viking whetstone necklace. This is some 80-pound test braided fishing line. This is the Grim Survival tool. This is the whetstone Viking pendant from Wazoo Survival Gear, so I can always keep my knives sharp in an emergency in the field. In conjunction with fire starting, I usually keep my waterproof Bictronic lighter with me, but like I said, I'm interested in swapping out to that Mech Army flashlight lighter super Inspector Gadget combo pack because that thing's super legit. And then I've got a spark wheel I keep inside instead of a ferro rod because I already have 2 ferro rods if I need it. However, inside here comes with a little treat. It actually comes with a Tinder Quick normally, but I decided to put a piece of fire strip roll in here. Why? Because this is about 8 inches long, and I can get about 4 fires out of that instead of using 1 Tinder Quick and wasting my fire. So I can get like 4 60-second fire tenders in this little kit. So if I catch myself with my pants down, like I said, I've got a ton of redundancy for fire starting, and it takes up no space at all. But that's what a full-size strip of fire strip roll is. It's like 55 feet long. It's super crazy. This can make me like 320 fires, which is absolutely nuts, and each fire lasts like 45 to 60 seconds, which is way more than enough if you go ahead and build your fire properly and have your kindling and your tinder ready to go previously. It's chapstick. I stick with Burt's Bees because of the fact that it can be used as a fire tinder, a wick. It can be used because of its properties. I can actually use this to seal up a wound. So if you get any cuts or scrapes in the wild, if you cut it up, and let's say you don't have a first aid kit or a band-aid with you because it's your EDC, you didn't really, pack in heat, you can actually cover your wound or your laceration with this, and it can help a little bit, like a smidge in the stop bleeding category, but it can help create a barrier to help prevent infections, which is why I kind of stick to this brand. This brand's a lot more expensive than other ones, but of its usefulness, if I need it in an emergency, it's super awesome. Newer-ish acquisitions. This is the Bailout from Benchmade. It's got the Axis Lock CPM3V. Now at this rate though, CPM3V, it's so small, I don't know if you're going to get like ferociously noticeable performance upgrades with a knife this small because it's just so tiny. It's a very thin knife. But I like it because I can stick this bad boy in my pocket, and I mean it takes up almost no space. It's way less than a ½ inch thick. It's super, super slim. One of the slimmest knives I've ever had, and it's got that beat carry pocket clip. I love the blackout kind of vibe, which is why I tend to go to blackout. I don't always, but I tend to. This is another one. This is new. This is actually comes from a company called Mass Drop. Sure you heard of these guys. This is a Pro Camp Tech knife. I like it because it's rocking CPM 20CV. I love ProTech. ProTech makes some excellent knives. And the fact that I can get one of these knives like super hella cheap, because ProTech is kind of one of those companies that's like usually way outside my price point. Like way outside my price point. I'm a knife nut and it was outside my price point. But the fact that I can get one of these like half the price that I would pay to go to ProTech site and go to Mass Drop, join the little thing, boom, 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 done. It's pretty awesome. However, for those of you who do not spend over $100 on knives, and I totally am with you, I was there for many, many years, I have some cool alternatives. So these are some of my kind of beater, budget-friendly ones that I absolutely love. They are by Cold Steel. This is the Cold Steel Working Man. This thing is badass. It is literally a $30 knife, super cheap, but it is super tough. We got that triad lock, we got that Zytel handle, super lightweight, very thin, very ergonomic, but it's really cheap. If I end up breaking this knife, I ain't gonna cry. If those knives break, I might cry a little bit because it's like I can buy like 10 of these for the same amount of money. So This is a definitely worthwhile knife. The craftsmanship's still there. It's almost dead center. It looks really, really nice. And then if you want to go a little bit smaller, you want some utilitarian function, the Tough Light Man, super big classic. Sometimes you can find these bad boys on sale for like $18 on Amazon, 100% worth it. I like them because even though it's so short, you got those deep finger grooves. I mean, you get a really good, strong, comfortable purchase. And for EDC, for light duty, gosh, I mean, that little tiny 2.5-inch blade, that's more than enough for what you're going to need in EDC tasks. And even if you got stuck in an emergency, I would rather have this little tiny knife than absolutely no knife at all. So all in all, this is my urban everyday carry. It's really lightweight, very easy for me to transport when I'm in shorts, just jeans. I have a cargo pockets on. It doesn't really matter. I can carry this in almost every situation. Sometimes I'll carry one knife. Sometimes I'll carry some things over others. Depends on the situation, but usually this is what I keep on me every single day. Like I said, if you guys want to see my EDC survival kit, it's completely updated. Definitely throw this video a big thumbs up. If we get to 3,000 likes, this will make sure this is one of the next videos that we go out and showcase for you guys. There's some epic stuff in there. I'm really excited for it, but we want to make sure there's some massive interest for it. But with that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that is best for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.